Sorry, Vanessa, let's come this way. I don't know now.
No, the thing is small.
Yeah.
I go to the house.
गजाननं भूतगणादं सेवितं कपितजम्बो बलशारभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम् ॐ मकरमणि आनन्दसेवनन्मणि उग्रमणि विष्णुव्यावरणनित्यमणिये मकरमणियै अगरमुणनादमोङ्गारणीय तुணையே அன்புமே துன்புமே துணைக்கும் துணையே என் நிர்லிங்காணிய துணையே ஓம் நம சிவாய வாழ்க நாதன் தான் வாழ்க இவை பூர்வதம் என் நீங்கதான் தாழ் வாழ்க கோகிரி ஆண்டு குருமணிதான் தாழ் வாழ்க ஆகமம் அந்தமம் அணிந்து மணிதான் தாழ் வாழ்கவே ஓம் காலன் சென்ற வெனெசா ராஜ்மோகன் அவர்களுக்கு அவள் ஆத்மாவும் நற்கறிவும் மகாசாந்தியும் கிரியாசாந்தியும் யோகசாந்தியும் தனசாந்தியும் ஓம் சிவனே கதவே திறப்பாய தூபதீபம் கற்பூரம் சமர்ப்பியாமி 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 ஓம் கங்காஜமுனா கோதாவரி தீர்த்தம் சமர்ப்பியாமி ஓம் கங்காஜமுனா கோதாவரி தீர்த்தம் சமர்ப்பியாமி ஓம் கங்காஜமுனா கோதாவரி தீர்த்தம் சமர்ப்பியாமி சமர்ப்பியாமி சமர்ப்பியாமி
For brothers, please.
All the brothers come. Come, boy. Wait a minute. Come, come.
Head first. Head first. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namo. Shivaya Namo. Shivaya Namo. Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namo. Shivaya Namo. Shivaya Namo. Om Namah தனிப்பெரும் கருணை ஆனந்த ரங்கா அருட்ராமலிங்க அருட்ராமலிங்க அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி முடிவேல் ஆரண முடிவேல் முடிவேல் ஆரண முடிவேல் ஆகமனோங்கிய ஜோதி அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி தனிப்பெரும் கருணை ஆனந்த ரங்க அருள்ராமலிங்க அருள்ராமலிங்க அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி சிவாய நமோ திருவண திருவண மலையால் திருசுட ஒளியால் வீரனும் வீரனும் வணியும் நிவாய வீரனும் வீரனும் வணியும் நிவாய லிங்கேஸ்வராய வாசசிகாய லிங்கேஸ்வராய வாசசிகாய அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி நம சிவாய அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி நம சிவாய சிவாய நமோ சிவாய நமோ பெருமதிப்புக்குரிய பெரியோர்களுக்கும் தாய்மார்களுக்கும் சகோதரிகளுக்கும் என் ஊழியில் கனிந்த முதற்கண்ணு வந்தக்கு தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். காலன் சென்ற திருமதி வனேசா ராஜ்மோகன் அவர்களுக்கு இப்பொழுது பிரார்த்தனை ஆரம்பித்த போது தயவு செய்து நீங்கள் எல்லோரும் எழுதுவீர்கள். முன்னவனே யானே முகத்தவனே முத்திநலம் சொன்னவனே தூய்மை சுகத்தவனே மன்னவனே சிப்பரனே ஐங்கரனே சென்சடையும் சேகரனே தற்பரனே நின்றாய் சரணம் சரணம் உலகலாம் உணர்ந்து ஓதற்கு அறியவன் நீல ஒலாவியன் நீர்வாணி வேணிகள் ஆலகள் சோதியன் அம்பலத்தில் ஆடுவாய் மாலக்கிளம்படி வஸ்தி வணங்குவார் மாலக்கிளம்படி வஸ்தி வணங்குவோம். திருத்தம் அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி தனிப்பெரும் கருணை அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி தன்னாடுடைய சிவனை போற்றி என் நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி. காலம் சென்ற வெனேசா ராஜ்மோகன் அவர்களுக்கு அவள் ஆத்மாவும் நற்கறிவும் மகாசாந்தியும் கிரியசாந்தியும் யோக சாந்தியும் தேவாயவும் சிவனே கதவை திறப்பாயம் திருத்தற்றும். யாவருக்கும் நன்றி, வணக்கம், அமருங்கள். Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, dear family and friends. You may be seated. Dear family and friends, kindly take note that after everyone has viewed our dear sister, we will commence with the sacred Sangha. Kapita jammu palasharam umasudam soka vinashakaranam namami vishneshwara vatabandam indravinayakane
叫Vanessa慢。
Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Mandiram
I couldn't go fast enough. I couldn't go fast enough. Marcus, I couldn't go fast enough. Yes, I couldn't go there. I never did it. I left to the tiger. I left to the tiger. And I must. I left to the dog. I left to the dog. I left to them. I left to them.
Om Sai Ram. This is a very sad, very emotional time in our lives at present. It's not easy to lose a loved one, especially the ones that are so loving, so caring, so full of life. Our late Vanessa, no pun intended, but was larger than life. She was the heart of every family member. Anybody that came in contact with Vanessa had so much to give off because she was, as the name specifies, Vanessa Rajeshwari Devar Rajmohan, higher. She had so many different portfolios to play. But as the name signifies, Rajeshwari, it was a name given to the goddess Aman. A very brave, a very courageous, a very loving, a very emotional person. And today bears testimony to the fact that being a weekday, there's so many of you family members gathered, come together to pay our respects to this wonderful soul. As Mahatma Gandhi states, we walk this life only but once. And the impact that we create is a legacy we leave behind for future generations. And Vanessa was exactly that type of person. She's been through a rough time. Family members have been in contact with her. 4.5 years ago, she left South Africa to go back to India. And after 4.5 years, we are actually seeing her today. And as I walk past to view her face, she reminds me so much of my auntie. She looks exactly like her at this very present moment. And I think each one of you that have walked past can actually see the resemblance of my auntie in her face at this stage. Family members have gathered, have rallied around, trying their best to keep in contact with Vanessa while she was in Pondicherry. And I was given the privilege and the opportunity before Vanessa got married to have visited her place in Pondicherry. She asked me to visit, to check before she made decisions of getting married. And I had the rare opportunity of visiting Pondicherry, going there with my family, seeing the family in India and spending some time with them. And I keep remembering, picturing Vanessa being in that household in Pondicherry, moving around, doing whatever she is. Because I heard that she was not well. She was very, very sick. And family members have been in contact with her, giving her love, giving her support, just to go on with life as it was. I want to pay a special gratitude to Pam Jagesan. Pam is the daughter of our late Shamna, is a sister of our Vanessa, who's taken upon herself being in contact with Vanessa while in India, creating a family group called Let's Bring Van Back. And Pam has given all her time to create this group for all the family members to be part of this whole process of being in contact with Vanessa and trying to bring her back home. And I always say, we have our plans and God has got His plans. They have tried their best. Pam has created this group where every member of the family was involved, assisting wherever possible in trying to bring Vanessa back. Pam, thank you very much for creating the group. Thank you very much for doing whatever you have done for all of us to be involved. And I think you have tried your best to do whatever was possible in ensuring that she was comfortable and bringing her back. I would also like to pay a special thank you to my nephew Tavesin. Tavesin has gone through a lot of hurdles. Going to India when she was unable to come back, where she was hospitalized in Doha. And he took it upon himself, together with my sister and brother Ravi and the family and the rest of the families, to go to India, spend time with them in trying to bring back Vanessa back to South Africa. He tried his best. A gentleman that has taken upon himself a huge task ahead of him, but he's taken that stand. Thank you, Tavesin. You have tried your best. You have done everything in your power to ensure that you tried to bring her back. A very, very special thank you to the only son, Pranav. Pranav has gone through thick and thin. He's been the support for his mother. His mother was for him and he was for his mother. She was not well. She was very, very ill. And he's taken upon himself to care for her, give her the time. Although he was involved in his studies and busy with his own studies and whatever that he was going with, but he still gave his mother the time to ensure that she was taken care of. He's done everything in his power. And the saddest part of the whole situation is that while they were in Doha in the hospital, Pranav took it upon himself to be with his mother in the hospital for the time that she was there. Although the airlines booked him into an hotel, but he decided no, I was going to be with my mom. Unfortunately, last week, Wednesday, she had to pass on. And the saddest part of the whole situation is that when she passed on, Pranav was there all by himself. Facing this hurdle, facing the fact that his mother is no more. What else can a child go through? I think it is the saddest moment. It is a time that with nobody being there and him facing this all by himself, I think God in his wisdom decided to make this young man a brave young man. I think nothing else in life can ever, put him down. This is the thing that he's been through, and God has prepared him for that. And Pranav, thank you for being there, for Ma, for doing whatever it is. You're a very strong, young, brave man. And God has been with all of us to guide for you and your mom. Yes? As I said earlier, Rajeshri means bravery, courageous, a person that you can never put down, a person that has got so much to give of life. She doesn't listen to anybody who commands her. That's the meaning of her name. And she's that what she is. And I think she's instilled this in her son. And he's also a brave young man. Thank you, Pranav, for doing whatever you have done for Ma. And you've done everything in your power to ensure that she was taken care of. And God will always bless you, guide you, and your mother will be behind you all the way through, for sure. I want to also thank the entire family. The family has been through a very, very rough patch. Every one of them. The one thing that I must say is that this family is a very loving, caring family. Your guys are incredible. Really, really incredible. Seeing all the videos and the photos that's posted on the group chats really, really gives me a sense of so much of love, so much of family togetherness that you have shared and spent so much of time. She only didn't do it on a mother's side of the family, but the father's side of the family is very, very strong. And every one of you guys have done your best. When there was time to party, you partied. When there was time to cry, you cried. And one of the things that I know this family can do is you can die for one another. And that's the best part of this love that we share for each one. You know what? Thank you guys for all the love, all the support. I think Vanessa really appreciated it. When I saw the video where she was celebrating her own birthday, 50th birthday, that really broke my heart. Spending her time together all by herself and celebrating her birthday and saying to every one of you guys, I love you. I love you for the support. I love you for the financial help. I love you for just being there for me, just calling me every now and again. And you know what? My life was so simple. My life was so easy. I could go on because I know my family was there for me. She was so looking forward to coming back to South Africa and being with her family. But as I said, God has got his plans and we have got our plans. So he decides when we come, when we leave. But it's sad, it's unfortunate that she has to go. But God in his wisdom knows best. She's been through a rough hurdle and I think he's laid her to rest. She's not going to suffer anymore. We cannot be selfish in wanting for our loved ones to stay behind so that we can all be, together. We cannot feel somebody else's pain. Thank you guys for all that you have done for Vanessa, and to give her today a very dignified and a very humble send-off. I'm sure that our ancestors watching over us, their parents, the late Mr. George Dever and the late Mrs. Commencement Dever, they are probably looking upon all of us. This family is a very big family, and when I was sitting and counting down, We have lost so much of loved ones. 8 brothers. I think 5 sisters, if I'm not mistaken. 6 sisters. And when I count it down, I see to myself, there's only 2 left behind. So the family has broken down very, very seriously. But it's us, the offsprings of this family that stand together, that will make life easy for each one of us. To pay tribute this afternoon, I would like to call upon Vanessa, my nephew. As I said earlier, he's been through a rough hurdle, he's tried his best. And I'm sure there is much that he has to say. It's a very emotional time, as I said. Please give us some time. We might break down, might get emotional, but I'm sure Vanessa has got something to say. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Firstly, just thank you to everyone for being with us today, and also just the entire period that Ati's been sick and obviously trying to get her to South Africa. As much as, like, in terms of our relationship, she's been my aunt. For Aka, Viren and I, she's been our first friend. She's someone we could talk to about relationships, about our problems, about anything we wanted to in our life. She was always the first person to be there for us. She was also there, to shield us when we were catching a hiding as well, which she did a lot of the times, and she took it for us. It's been such a difficult period for the family because, sometimes when people get older and they pass on, as much as it's difficult, it's sometimes easier to understand. But when the person that passes away is someone that was so young, so full of life, and the life of the party, even if there wasn't a party happening, she was the life of the party. She would make it so. And Ate was also our biggest champion. Whether we got a new job, whether it was our birthday, whether we posted a picture, she was always the first person to comment on it, the first person to react to it, the first person to phone you, regardless of where you were in the world, regardless of what you were doing. She was always the first person to do it. She would always send me, links to houses and things in India, not because she thought it was a good investment, but because she just wanted everybody to be together. She wanted us to all her brothers and sister-in-laws and nieces and nephews to be together, live in one house and just be one big happy family. I mean, some people say I'm lucky. I don't know whether I've been lucky, but the reality is that I did get to spend the last few days in Qatar with my auntie. But even in the state that she was in, which was not a very good state, she still saw her family around her. Even in the state that she was in, she was still asking me, where's Sharon? Is Les okay? Did Jago eat? All of the things that she saw in the last few days was still just her family. And again, it's just such a difficult thing to accept, because she was just such a person who was, like Mama said, she was larger than life. She brought happiness and love into our lives, and she's always been the life of this house, the life of her parents' life, the life of her brothers' lives, and then later on her sister-in-laws and her nieces and nephews as well. We're losing someone that, like I said, is not just an aunt or a sister-in-law or brother or sister or daughter or cousin. It's someone who fulfills so many different roles in our family, and it's so difficult to accept. And I don't know if that's something that we can accept. I don't know if it's something that we need to accept. We're all just looking for answers right now. I don't know if we'll be able to find those answers, but I just want to be able to live my life, the rest of my life, the way my auntie wanted, surrounded by my family, making everybody happy and ensuring that the love that she brought and she gave us, we give to everybody else as well. Once again, just a huge thank you for everyone that did so much for us in the past couple of months, especially the last month that's been so difficult and so And it's so hard on us because every day was a challenge. Every day we were looking to see whether we can bring her back, working with the doctors, working with the embassies. But I think the thing that also got us through is just the phone calls and the love from everyone sitting here today. But it's also the testament of the aunt, the love and the support that my aunt showed every single person here. And we all really gonna miss her. But again, we'll take comfort from the fact that knowing this family is still around us, and we'll still be here for everyone. Once again, thanks so much to everyone, and thank you so much for being here.
Family and friends, this morning's service is conducted by Guru Sada Munian and his lovely daughter, journalist Vardhani Munian. We want to thank them for your time, for being here and conducting this funeral service. We are going to do a prayer now for all those family members that want to partake of this prayer at the Sangyam. Please come forward. It's not a viewing session. It's a prayer that Guru Sada Munian will be conducting, so family members can gather around to partake of the prayer that's taking place. Until the Sangyam is completed, viewing will be put on hold for the time being.
All shoe, please.
Family and friends, for those of you that would like to view the face, you are welcome to do so now. Energy that she has created in every family function, in every party, in every occasion that the family has had. And as I said earlier, on both sides of her family, she's given that equal love, and she was also sharing in that equal love. We miss her today, and there's a live streaming taking place on YouTube. So family members that are not able to make it here this morning for the funeral, especially those ones that are far and wide, please try and send them the link for those of you that have it, or they can view it on YouTube. It is being streamlined. We have a tribute that has been sent from all the way from Australia. Cree Raman is one of the sisters of our late Vanessa. Unfortunately, she's not able to be here with us this morning, so she sent a message for us to read through this morning. Ethavesan will read out the message.
Eulogy for my sister Vanessa. Om Namah Shivaya. Vanakkam and greetings, dear family and friends. My name is Cree, Vanessa's cousin sister in Australia. Though I can't be with you today, I am honored to share this tribute to celebrate my sister's life on this solemn occasion. Vanessa, the only girl among 5 siblings, was born into a devoted family, and she embraced life with unparalleled energy and enthusiasm. Though she left us far too soon, her legacy of love, laughter, and strength will remain with us forever. As she is often described, Vanessa is truly a larger-than-life character. Her vibrant personality, sense of humor were unmatched. She had a way of making ordinary moments extraordinary, and her positivity was a source of strength for many. Vanessa's ability to bring people together and create lasting memories is something we will all remember fondly. Vanessa's personal connections were what she valued the most. She was a dedicated family member and friend, always ready to lend a helping hand or listening ear. A big heart and enduring strength left a lasting impact on everyone who knows her. Vanessa was also incredibly talented. She had a gift for cooking. During my phone calls to her in India, she often shared recipes. Her singing and dancing were always a highlight at our gatherings, and her infectious spirit encouraged even the shyest among to join in. Vanessa was deeply spiritual, and her faith guided her through life, which was another topic we enjoyed talking about on the phone. She was proud of her heritage and spoke our mother tongue fluently, a skill she used to keep her cultural traditions alive. To Vanessa's son Pranav, her brothers and sister-in-laws, all my family and Vanessa's friends, I want to offer my deepest condolences and support. I know Vanessa's passing has been incredibly hard for all of you, and the days ahead will bring much sorrow. My heart goes out to all of you during this difficult time, but I pray that Vanessa's love and smiles than tears. While she walked among us. Even though she was called too soon and is no longer physically with us, her legacy lives on in the memories we cherish and the love we share with one another. Death is never easy to accept, but it is part of a natural cycle of life. While we grieve Vanessa's loss, let us also celebrate the beautiful life she lived and the countless ways she has touched our hearts. In every ending, there is a new beginning, and I know that my sister's spirit will continue to guide and inspire us. She will want that. She is someone that even death cannot conquer. Let us find comfort in knowing that Vanessa is at peace and that her love remains with us, providing strength and solace in our times of need. As we bid farewell to Vanessa today, may we send her peacefully with much love, being ensured that her spirit will continue to live in our hearts. Cherish the precious gift of Pranav that Vanessa has left behind, that all will be reunited with God, and that you will attain moksha, thus freeing you from the endless cycle of birth and death, as you wished. Om Sai Ram, Kri Kantan Tanushan Kaveshan, Australia.
Thanks, Vanessa. That was a message from Cree, all the way from Australia. Unfortunately, as I said, she couldn't be with us here this morning. But I'm always reading messages on the group chat. Messages sent from all family members. And Cree has always been sending beautiful messages, for the support and the love of the family, ensuring she seems to be quite strong. And she always gives that love and support to each one of the members of the family. Thanks to Cree for that wonderful message. Family and friends, there's a poem that has been sent through to Pregi Patter's phone. It's a message, it's a poem that was written by one of the friends. Now, Vanessa has had many friends. I think she's had more friends than family. So she was a person that was, well versed. She was a loving person, a person that could mix with anybody, the young and the old. And when she was the old, she's very fluent in Tamil. She could speak Tamil to the old people. And she also to the youngsters. And as you hear the nephews pay tribute, she was their life support, always being there for them in ensuring that they're taken care of. So there's a message, there's a poem that's been written by one of the friends. His name is Sly. He's from the band called Aptitudes. So you can see Vanessa was also involved with the bands, in the local bands in South Africa.
To the living, I am gone. To the sorrowful, I will never return. To the angry, I was cheated, but to the happy, I am at peace. And to the faithful, I have never left. I cannot speak, but I can listen. I cannot be seen, but I can be heard. So as you stand upon the shore, gazing at the beautiful sea, as you look upon a flower and admire its simplicity, remember me. Remember me in your heart, remember me in your thoughts and your memories. Of all the times we loved, the times we cried, the times we fought, the times we laughed. For if you always think of me, I will never have gone. So just before there's just one more message from Boniate, who's in the USA at the moment, that just something that I can just read very quickly. Dear family and friends, it is with a heavy heart that we gather here today to say goodbye to our dear sister Vanessa. As I sit here writing this note, I cannot even find the words to express my pain from losing you, because you shared such a special bond with each and every one of us. Your zest for life, your vibrant spirit, your fashion sense, your infectious laughter, and most importantly, the love for your family are only some of the things we loved and admire about you. You always told me that we were so alike because we shared the same birthday, yet some special day will never be the same without you. You have left a void in our hearts that can never be filled, and even though I know you are no longer in pain, I wish you had one last chance. I wish I had one last chance to tell you how much I love you and hear you say, I love you, sister. May your soul rest in peace, eternal peace, my darling sister. With all my heart, your baby sister, Bonnie.
Thanks, Bonnie, for that wonderful message. Family and friends, as you can see, there's a lot of messages coming through. And I have no doubt in my mind that if I give the opportunity to each one of you to come forward and say a few words, you would definitely will say a few words. I think each one of you that has been in contact with Vanessa, spent some time with Vanessa, I'm sure you would have it in your hearts to say something about her. The body will leave at 1 o'clock, leave this residence at 1 o'clock, heading for the Clear Estate crematorium. For those of you that want to view the face, we haven't as yet, please, you can do so while we are still continuing with the service this morning. We'll have a song from Sada, Guru Sada Munyan, and then we'll continue with the speeches. Thank you. loving family and friends. I have no doubt in my mind that Vanessa will be looking down upon us. And what do you think she would be saying? The one thing that she'll be saying is, I have made you dance all the time. Even up to today, when I take leave of you, I still make all of you dance. That's Vanessa. Very courageous. A person that can make a party and bring it into life. And we're surely going to miss her. We have Sharon's daughter Felicia, who would also pay tribute this morning. Felicia, are you here? All right.
Hello everyone. I just wanted to say a few words on Vanessa Mom today. I've always thought so highly of her, and I wanted her to know that. She was a goddess, an alpha female, who did life with so much of style and grace. She had the spirit of the young and the soul of an old. She had words for all occasions, and she was wise beyond her years. She was a woman's woman, always stood for girl code, and made sure we do the same. I was very fortunate to have a special bond with her, and everyone that I'm speaking to is telling me that they've also shared a special bond with her. And I believe it, because she always made everyone feel so special. She took time to get to know you and made an individual be seen or heard. She could also read you if you had good intentions or bad. And if you did have bad ones, she could outplay you, outsmart you, and still do it with a smile on her face. She was our family advocate. Sleepovers was a guarantee if she was talking to the parents. She called my mom Ax. They were more than sisters. They were best friends. There were times where she would come over to our house in Melbourne for a sleepover. I used to remember falling asleep in the same room as them and then waking up in another room to the biggest laughter coming from their room. It's like the party only started when I went to sleep. As we got older, Shay and my bond grew just like my mom and her. But I was the one who was like Vanessa Mom, loud and proud. Shay and my mom, silent killers. There were nights where Shay and I would come home from a night out, look for her, and she'd still not be home as yet. We would both have to sit up and wait for her to open the gate and hide the time she came home from Salvondari. We didn't know if we were boring or if she was just that much of a legend. I'm sorry, guys. There's so many stories and memories I could stand here and tell. I keep playing over and over in my head. But I'm going to keep them to myself for now, because memories is all we have. She loved English literature, and she had a gift with accents and words. And I've seen her in action, and still to this date there's no one greater. To my brother Pranav, I cannot begin to fathom what you went through, but the bravery and courage, the love and loyalty you've shown your Amma and our entire family is the ultimate best gift. You are destined for greatness. You have already made her proud, and all that she is and all that she was, did for you. A light is gone out of our lives, but the love she gave will shine forever. I love you, Vanessa Mommy.
Thank you, Felicia. True to the words. Vanessa was a player. She can play you around. She can play everybody around. She can cause a lot of problems too. Very smart, a good dresser, a person that loved life, loved herself so much. There's one thing that I can say, that Vanessa just loved herself. When she comes to Stanger for a week or a weekend or whatever, Vanessa will be dolled up. She'll come with a vanity case, I remember. This huge vanity case. And everything that you can think of. I don't even think the queens have got so much of makeup. She used to come with this makeup kit, a vanity case, and she'll use every item in that case to make herself look beautiful. She dressed very, very well, although she was, I always tell her, Vanessa, you need to start cutting down on your weight, you're getting big size. She says to me, Babs, there's nothing wrong with my weight. The problem is I am just too intelligent. I am too intelligent. I've got so much of brains. I've got so much of, understanding. All those things that goes into my brain. My brain cannot take it, all of it. It's too much to take on. So that it just flows into my body. That's why I'm like this. So she's always got an answer for everything. That's Vanessa. You cannot outsmart her, as Felicia said. Always a person that, has the last word, and her word is the final word. And she causes problems for us at home sometimes. When she comes over for the week or a weekend, she's there. She'll make sure that she'll come, she'll grab me, she'll reckon, my mama's son, I love you. And then a mother will get cross with her. Vanessa, stop it, you're causing problems. She says, Ma, ni gamna irama. This is my mama's son. I met him first, his wife came last. So she'll always come and create. She says, Vanilla, while I'm here, you got no dealings with this man. I'm here with him, so he's my mama's son. He met you last, I met him first. So she'll cause a little bit of chaos, a little bit there, but that's Vanessa. After a while, she'll tell to my wife, Vanilla, she says, you know what, don't worry, you got him first, so you don't have to worry about it. That's Vanessa, always having the last words and creating some, fun in the family. We also have a speaker, Don, one of the cousins. Don, are you here? Don will also pay tribute this. I think we're almost lunchtime now, this afternoon.
Vanakkam. I'm not much of a speaker. But so mama in a cook to Sananga. Then the one about the one person. Yeah, the one person. Vanessa will really appreciate it. Part of Sananga in a kapata, Varo, I'm a Varada. Sadly, I'm not the singer of the family like Vanessa. I'm not here just as Dawn, but as Periaka's granddaughter. And for that reason, I will do what I know Shri and my grandmother would wanted me to do. Speak up, girl. I'm not going to stand here and say that I have an extremely close bond with Shri as someone who has always hung out with her or we visited quite often. No. But I can stand here and proudly say that we did have a bond indeed that was different to the rest. And that was a bond of being able to converse with each other in Tamil when we met or when she called me from India. I know that she was only able to speak to limited people in SA in Tamil. She spoke a lot of, she was known to be a talker with no lust for words. But when she spoke to you in Tamil and you responded, she lit up in a different way. So if you're confused, it is for that reason and in honor of Shri that I will speak and add Tamil to what I have to say. Shri was known to be a jovial human being, making you smile even on a sad occasion like this. She was a neutral individual, never chose sides, always wanting everyone to get on and try to add jokes and make you smile on a sad occasion like this. So I'm going to try my best to hold on to my emotions and do the same for her today. She was often called the other Periaka of the family, and as Periaka's granddaughter, we got on like a house on fire. Shri yankita solo, please ma. In the phone pani pesa, please in the text panada. Yeah, நான் நீ தமிழ் ரொம்ப நல்லா பேசுவேன், பட் உன் தமிழ் word spelling இருக்குது ரொம்ப கேவலமா இருக்கு. You speak Tamil very well, but when you spell it, it's very embarrassing. To which I will respond, எனக்கு தங்கிலீஷ் தான் வருது, என்ன விட்டுடு. She used to very casually ask me, ஆமா எப்போ இந்தியாவுக்கு வருவ, என் ரோஜாவை கூட்டிட்டு வா. To which I will respond, இங்க பாரு, என் பணம் மரம் இன்னும் வளருறேன், அது பணம் வந்தாக்கா டிக்கெட் வாங்கிட்டு வந்துடுவேன். You don't want to hear the response to that. But that was Shri. Nothing was impossible in her book. She made you feel no stress. It will happen. There's nothing to it. We are all seated here today not just because we must, but because Vanessa has touched our lives in some way. And this is us paying our respects to the woman that is single-handedly larger than life. To Pranav, Kanna, அம்மா இந்த பூமியை விட்டுட்டு போனாங்க, அந்த ஒன்றை விட்டு போக மாட்டாங்க. உன் கூடவே அம்மா எப்போதும் இருக்கும். ஏன்னா உன் உள்ளுக்குள்ள இருக்கும் இதயமே அம்மா தான்.
Thank you, Don. A very fitting tribute. I'm sure Vanessa, being the person that she is, bringing out some humor in whatever that she has done, I think is quite fitting this morning. I'm sure in her heart she would not want us to mourn, she would not want us to cry and complain, because for the time that she spent with each one of us in her time, she's given us that love and we have given that love back to her. It was time for her to leave, and I think we need to remember her by those loving memories that she shared with each one of us. Thank you, brother. Loving family and friends, we have a special friend amidst us this afternoon. A friend, a school friend to our Vanessa, who's known her for quite some time. Mr. Raja Naidu will also pay tribute this afternoon. With Guru's permission, a small Shiva mantra. Shantam Padmasanastam Shashadara Makadam Panchavaktram Trinitram Shulam Vajram Chagadgam Parashamabhayadam Dakshinanga Vahantam Nagam Pasham Chagantam Damarukasaitam Ankusham Vamabage Nanalankra Deeptam Swatikam Aninivam Pavatisham Namami. Om Shambhave Namaha. Namaste Asto Bhagavan Vishveshwaraya Mahadevaya Trambakaya Tripurantekaya Trigagnikalaya Kalagnihudraya Neelagantaya Mrityunjayaya Sarveshwaraya Sadasivaya Shriman Mahadevaya Namaha. Namaste, Namaskar, Vanakkam. My name is Raja Naidu, and Rajas and I were paradoxically at school together, the paradox of which I'll explain to you in a short while. Firstly, from my family to the bereaved family, our sincere condolences and on the passing of our dear sister Rajas, to Pranav and Rajeshri's brothers and extended families, our heartfelt condolences and sympathies. Secondly, to Nirusha Devi Reddy, who was also a school friend of ours and a very close associate of Raja's, our sympathy to you as well. Nirusha Devi was good enough to keep us, her old school friends, updated with the goings on and the timings for today's ceremonials. So thank you very much for that, Nirusha Devi. We really appreciated that. Rajas and I went to the same schools. Well, she was at, I think it was Durban Heights Primary School, and I was at Durban West Primary School. But when we got to high school, we were in Reservoir Hill Secondary together. So now that's 12 years. And not once in those 12 years, a hello, a goodbye, not a Arthur, not a Martha, not nothing. And fast forward 29 years. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, 29 years later, my wife, kids and I are at the Sri Vaidyanatha Iyaswara Alayam, the Avgeni Road temple to most of you. And our recently deceased Gurukul Radhakrishna Iyer, Radhakrishna Iyer, was conducting Skanda Sasti. Now Skanda Sasti is a very, very important prayer in explaining the origins of Lord Muruga, son of Namashivaya and Amma Parvati. Now, I was told once by a very eminent member of the Alayam that for Skanda Sasti, you either attend all 6 days of the prayer or don't attend at all. And my wife and I were taken, well, not taken aback, but we were gladly pleased to see that this lady attending the ceremonials, well dressed in the Eastern garb and saris and bright saris and colors, with her son in tow. And we said, that's so nice to see, because nowadays very few people, and this is men and women alike, we're not picking on anybody here,
Men and women are like attend temple sometimes as if you're going to a beach party. So I said to my wife, I recognize this girl from somewhere. I know her from somewhere. So we got to speaking. And over the course of the 6 days, we realized it was Rajeshri, and she and I were at school together all those years ago, and we never even spoken. And she was married to an Indian national, and she had a son, Pranav. And the 6th day of Skandasasti is referred to as Sura Samharan, which is the final victory of Lord Muruga over the Asura Surapatman. And Pranav, a very shy little boy, joined us in the battle. I don't know if you remember Pranav. You don't. He joined us in the battle. It's a raging battle between the forces of good and the forces of evil. And Pranav fortunately was on Muruga's side, and we won. Whether the battle went good for us or not, we won, because Muruga always wins the day. So Raj has exchanged numbers with us, and we kept in regular touch. And my wife and I travel very regularly to Bharat, to India. So we were looking to get our OCI, which is the Overseas Citizens of India. And as usual, and as we come to know, Raj's nature is to assist us as much as possible wherever she can. So she volunteered to speak to people at the embassies and local people that she knew, business people, and contacted people in India to try and sort out the OCI. And further down the line, we began communicating about the possibility of business ventures, where she would source items there in India. A lot of our religious murtis and things are manufactured in South India, and then we would bring them over to South Africa, and then obviously sell them and establish a business relationship. Unfortunately, her illness took a turn for the worse, and she had contracted cancer, and she was unable to proceed with those many things we spoke about. So none of those fruits came to bear. My family and I in Bharat, in India, very often, as I said to me. And one day, after she'd begun chemotherapy, and she'd sent us numerous pictures of her losing her hair, and then she sent us pictures of her hair growing back, and she colored them some very funky colors. I don't know if you remember, it was either white one day or blue the other day, and I was really astounded. I reckon, how did I go through school not knowing this girl? And in one of her days, she says to me, Raja, had I only known there was a proper Paka Andhra boy here in Reservoir Hills, I would not have sown my seeds abroad. Her exact words to me, and that is something I would never ever forget. She was, the life of any party. She was the center of conversation. She knew how to crack it up, whether the conversation was going in one direction or the other. She was always at the forefront. Rajas would never take anything lying down, whether it's a good situation or not, or a bad situation. She should say to me, Raja, come, bring the family, she lived in Pondicherry, which is a little French enclave on the eastern seaboard of Tamil Nadu, which is now referred to as Puducherry. And she said she used to draw up these business plans for businessmen, local businessmen there. And she used to say to me, Raja, come here, bring the family. We Charos from South Africa, we'll teach these local Indians what to do. These guys are sharp, but they're not as sharp as us. We will sort them out. Come. But alas, her illness got the better of her. As I said to you, she was the heart of any party. She was the center of any conversation. I'm hoping that she's passing on at this young age means that she's fulfilled her karma, and this Atma will reach the lotus feet of Paramatma at the end of this journey. But knowing Rajas and the big mouth that she had, Paramatma will probably kick her out and say, what, you go back into that cycle of reincarnation. I can't tolerate your questions and your constant bickering. We were in Chennai in December last year, and unfortunately we didn't communicate. But in April of this year, when we went back, my wife also is a cancer patient. We went up to Dharamsala in the Himalayas, which is the temple, the Tibetan temple for the Dalai Lama. And there's a very good cancer, a Tibetan cancer hospital there. And we went up for some treatment. So I told Rajas, you know what, I felt guilty that we hadn't spoken in December. So I said to her, you know what, I'm coming up in April. So she said, okay, Raja, you must come. I haven't seen our people. By our people, she meant she hadn't seen South Africans for a long time. And she said, come and we'll spend some time together. And she hadn't let on, or she did not let on at that point, that her illness had taken a turn for the worse. Not a word of it at all. And I think one of her brothers deposited some money into my account for me to take over to her in India. And I told her, you know what, use the reference Pondi Chick, you know, Pondicherry Chick. She said, Raja, what a banger. What a banger. That is the reference I wanted, and that is what I want to be remembered as. So remember, guys, today, when you think of Rajeshri, Vanessa, Rajmohan, you think of Pondi Chick, Pondicherry Chick. Now, when we were there in April, sorry for taking up so much of your time, but when we were there in April, it was the heart of the IPL season. And to get a flight from Delhi or to Mumbai down to Chennai was almost impossible. Direct flights were an impossibility. So you had to take an interconnecting flight. And an interconnecting flight is probably 10, 12, sometimes 14 hours. So as I was mentioning to Kuben just now, I think, that it was impossible to go through to see her because it would have messed up the entire trip. And like Kuben said to me, that for this child, there was always some delay or some problem, you know, pushing her further and further back. So that is one regret I will live with, knowing that I was right there, not even a couple of Ks from her, but we couldn't, my wife and I couldn't go through and say hello at least. And now, for the main reason I wanted to say some words here today, I mean, everybody knows what a firecracker and what a firebrand Rajeshri was. Rajas leaves behind her most precious legacy of her existence, which is her son, Pranav. Pranav, your mom was a firebrand. You heard that today. I think you know that by now. She was proud, but she never had pride. I think there's a discerning difference in meaning between those two. She was proud of her culture. She was proud of what was inculcated into her by this family of hers, because her family is a well-known, staunch practitioners of Sanatana Dharma here in Durban. Very well-known, stoic, well-entrenched, old-school family. And that was inculcated into her being a practitioner of Sanatana Dharma. So Pranav, the reason I wanted to address you directly in front of everybody here was to say, I also lost my mom at a very young age. I was 16 years old. And to say that it's an uphill battle or a struggle would probably be a euphemism. It's an understatement. It is a battle, it is a fight that you will have to fight and you will have to win. Now what I want you to do, my friend, is this. Amma's passing, Amma's existence, Amma's life, her trials, her tribulations, and everything she's gone through must be the reason for you to succeed in life. Do not use Amma's passing as an excuse for failure. Her life, her existence, her trials, her tribulations are your reason to succeed in life. So that one day when you're standing up there as a successful young man, you look up at the stars and you know Amma was shining down on you and you've done her proud. Thank you so much for your time. Rajeshri will sorely be missed. I know she's probably sitting up in some corner here, or Atma having a good cackle about people crying over her passing. You know what type of a character she was. Thank you so much. Namaskar, namaste, vanakkam.
Thank you, Raja. I am so glad that we have given you the opportunity to come forward and say a lot of words. So true, so true, so true. I think none of us could have said it better than how you have put it on this afternoon. Exactly how Vanessa was, the type of person, and you know what, as I say, none of us could have said it much better like the way you have said it. She was a cracker, for sure. Pondi chick, that's something new for us, but yes, she was a chick, definitely. We also have a friend, Kalyani, Is Kalyani here?
Yes.
Kalyani, if you can come forward, please. She would also like to say a few words.
Vanakkam, Namaskaram, and good day to one and all. We gather here today to celebrate the life of our dear sister Vanessa, whom I fondly known as Rajeshwari. She was an incredible person with a vibrant personality and always wanted to enjoy life to the fullest. It was difficult for me to come to terms, and I feel she had gone too soon, and I'm sure all of us feel the same way. I was highly privileged to have known such a dynamic person. I've known Vanessa for 30 years now, and this friendship continued. We always kept in touch. And I know her in India. She was with Amma. She had come there for a visit. We met in a common friend's house, and we took an instant liking to each other. Because most of us, she and Amma, we had many things in common. We loved our Tamil songs. We loved to sing and dance. We met in the boat club, and we would sing away regardless of people watching us. We didn't bother about them. We sang, and we sang English songs as well. We were South Africans. We didn't forget our culture. And she was a very highly spiritual person, and she loved her culture as well. So we always sang and danced, and I took her with me to some parties in Chennai. They all just loved her. And we South Africans, we make the party happen wherever we are. and after that, when I relocated in South Africa, she'd also come down here. So we continued our friendship, and by then she was married, and then Pranav was born. And I remember the time when she went to give birth to Pranav. He was just 1 day old, and she came to my house. And as you all know, Vanessa loves her makeup. She'll always come with her face fully dolled up with a hairdo. Every day was different hairdos. But that day, she had just given birth, and she came with this hairdo and the full makeup. So I said, Vanessa, you just gave birth. Where did you have time to do your hair? She said, Ux. She used to call me Ux. She said, Ux, I made sure I went and did my hair and had this makeup done because when the baby came, I wanted to say, hey, Mama, you're so good looking. That's Vanessa for you. So she was always so humorous and full of life. And I'd like us to remember her that way. We will always keep that picture of her, always looking good, looking great. And she doesn't like anyone with a dull face. If I don't have makeup on, she'll bring that big vanity case with her. Akka, why are you looking like this? Come on, let me do your face up. She'll paint my face up that my neighbors don't even recognize me after that. So that was Vanessa. So I could never forget Vanessa. She will always be there for me. Her death leaves us an impression that cannot be healed. But her friendship and memories will remain with me forever. God has His reasons for choosing the best. And to Pranav, I must compliment you on your bravery and taking good care of Amma. And she will always be there for you in spirit. And she will guide you and make sure you go the right way. And the family, may God give you the strength and the fortitude to bear this great loss. Rest in peace, my dear friend. May your soul receive moksha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ma, for that wonderful words. Whoever joins Vanessa, one thing I know for sure. Whoever joins Vanessa will always make it happen, because Vanessa does make it happen everywhere she goes. So I have no doubt that those people that she's come in contact with, those people that have spent time with her, will always make it happen. Sometimes, you know what, it's one of those things, you might have a problem at home, but she doesn't care. She can make it happen together with you. Thank you for those wonderful words. If I have to give each one of you an opportunity to come forward and say something, I'm sure you will do justice this afternoon. We want to close off with the speeches now. We have around 25 minutes, as I said earlier. The body is going to leave here at 1 o'clock. There is a signum that we'll have to do before we take leave of the body. Very quickly, so. Okay. Selvam, the second brother of our Vanessa, who's always, Selvam is a very emotional guy. You know, when Vanessa was in Doha, when she was very sick and admitted in hospital, you know, Selvam was devastated. And you know, every day passing on, and he suddenly decided that he's also going to go down to Doha. He's made his plans. Unfortunately, the visas and things didn't work for him. But I have no doubt that he would have also gone down, if time permitted, to be with his sister and make sure that she comes back to South Africa. He's tried his best, and he misses her a lot. You know, when we came here on Saturday, he was devastated. And he says, you know what, my sister is gone. So this afternoon, Selvam, you know, he's always been together with Vanessa, always been singing at home, whether it's service songs, whether it's parties. And I was watching this video last night, and I was only hearing, my wife had this thing on, this video was on, and I could only hear noise taking place. And I'm wondering what's going on here, what is she listening to? But this is a video of the family get together. And it was everybody, and it was celebrating Vanessa's birthday. But there was more screaming that was going on, and I can hear my auntie's voice in the background. And you know, but everybody was having fun. So they love their singing. So Selvam this afternoon would like to pay tribute to his sister by way of a song. Selvam.
Everybody, this song tribute is my sister used to sing this song for all her nephews and nieces. So here goes, and her favorite song for her nephews and nieces, because she was the ate in this house. She could tell her nephews and nieces anything, whether they liked it or disliked it. She was the ate and she was going to tell them what to do. So and there's the other Devar anthem. Everybody that understands, who knows the chorus, you can sing along with me. I think that would be a fitting tribute for Vanessa. Ate mari meteri, adi vireyarma, adi vareyari dutti, adi vireyarma, ate mari meteri,
Family and friends, that was the last tribute of the day. Very fitting, very appropriate, and I think we have done justice in giving Vanessa a wonderful, dignified send-off. Family and friends, we have at least 5 minutes before we do the prayer. Is there anybody in the audience that would like to say a few words? Is there anybody here as family and friends that would like to say a few words? We have 5 minutes all to give you the opportunity to say something this afternoon. Okay, nobody? That's fine.
Special dedication to our dear brother for his sister. The strong meaning that this is my dearest sister that I'm sending you with forever put a road to Sivalokam. Yen Tangai, Yen Tangai, Yen Tangai, Yen
For those of you that have not viewed the face, please, you're welcome to do so now. We're going to leave around 1 o'clock. There is a sangam or a prayer that we need to do before we take leave. So those of you that have not viewed the face, please come through. The owner of vehicle 931078, ND 931078, you are obstructing traffic. The bus is about to come in. If you can please try and move your vehicle. ND 931078, please move your vehicle. You're obstructing traffic. Thank you. The family members that are going to put the rose into the box, if you can please assemble. All family members that are about to put the rose in the box, please assemble alongside the box. You'll do your final rites. While we are getting ready to do putting the rose into the box, please take note, the 15th day memorial service will take place next week, Wednesday. Next week, Wednesday, the 31st of July at 7 p.m. at this residence. So please take this as a personal invite, and please also inform other family members and friends of this memorial service that will take place on Wednesday next week, the 31st of July, at this very residence, commencing at 7 p.m. Supper will be served from 5 p.m. So if family members can assemble here before 5, supper will be served from 5 to 6 o'clock. Maybe around 6 also, but the ceremony will take place at 7 p.m. on Wednesday next week. So please take this as a personal invite and also inform other family members of the memorial service. Thank you.
Namah Shivaya.
6 pallbearers to please come forward.
I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you. Nobody should tell me. Nobody should tell me anything, Vanessa. Nobody should tell me anything, Vanessa. I'm gonna miss you, Vanessa. Why you did this to us? Why you did this to us?
Could we have the pallbearers, please? We are 2 minutes late. We're supposed to leave at 1. Guys, let's give us a chance, please. We are on our way out.
Govinda, 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 Govinda. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Siva Arudamalinga. Tanipirum Karunai. Tanipirum Karunai. Anandaranga. Arudamalinga. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Igenilai Purulai. Parenilai Purulai. Purundiya Arperum Jodi. Agamaza Purundiya Arperum Jodi. Om Dridakrambalam. Max! Keep like this, Max! Keep like this, Max! Get in the box! It's big in the box, Max! Rajmohan அவர்களுக்கு அவளாத்மகம் நற்கரிவும் மகாசாந்தியும் கிரியசாந்தியும் யோகசாந்தியும் தனசாந்தியும் தேவாய மகமாய் மினர்த்திகிரும் சுந்தரி சௌந்தரி சக்திகிரிலம் மகாநாகேஸ்வரி தேவி தாயும் சிவனே பதவி தீரப்பாய தூபதீபம் கற்புரம் சமர்ப்பியாமி சமர்ப்பியாமி சமர்ப்பியாமி. ओम गंगा जमुना गोदावरी तीर्थम समर्पयामि. ओम गंगा जमुना गोदावरी तीर्थम समर्पयामि. ओम गंगा जमुना गोदावरी तीर्थम समर्पयामि. शांति शांति देवी ताई.
Put him in the back. The two boys go with him, man.
Yeah, go in the back, boy.
Yeah, go in the back. Put him in the back. Put him in the back. Bira go with him. Put him in the back.
No, the oil you need. Need the oil, pa. You're right. Not the green table. That's not a bad. There's much of
Om Namo Narayana Chandra Devaya Kalan Chandra Vanessa Rajmohan அவர்களுக்கு அவலாத்மாவும் நற்கரிவும் மகாசாந்தியும் கிரியசாந்தியும் யோக சாந்தியும் தனசாந்தியும் தேவாய ஓம் ஹரிநாராயண ஜெய நாராயண ஜெய ஜெய நாராயண நாராயண 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 ஹரிச்சந்திர தேவா ஹரிநாராயண ஹரிச்சந்திர தேவா ஹரிநாராயண ஹரிச்சந்திர தேவா ஹரிநாராயண ஹரிச்சந்திர தேவா ஹரிநாராயண ராஜ கிருஷ்ண ஜெய உங்க விஹாரி முரளி வனகோ வரதரதாரி ராஜ கிருஷ்ண ஜெய உங்க விஹாரி முரளி வனகோ வரதரதாரி ராஜ கிருஷ்ண ஜெய உங்க விஹாரி முரளி வரகோ வரதரதாரி ஸ்ரீராம ஜெய ராம் ஜெய ஜெய ராம ஸ்ரீராம ஜெய ராம் ஜெய ஜெய ராம ஹரிச்சந்திர தேவா கதவை திறப்பாய ஹரிச்சந்திர தேவா கதவை திறப்பாய. May we have 6 Paul medals. Please come, bring it out, and we're going through all number 1. All with the viewing will be done. Shivaya Namo, Shivaya Namo, Om Namah Shivaya. Aduperum Jodi, Aduperum Jodi, Aduperum Jodi, Aduperum Jodi.
Find out.
Family and friends, Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskar, Om Sai Ram. For those of you that want to view the face, you are welcome to do so now, please. Thank you. Family and friends, while the viewing of the face is taking place, I want to take this opportunity to remind each one of you the 15 days memorial service will take place on the 31st of July That's next week, Wednesday. The service will commence at 7 p.m. Supper will be served from 5 p.m. onwards. It will be at the late residence where the funeral has taken place from. That's 456 Mountbatten Drive, Reservoir Road. So please take this as a personal invite. Also pass this message on to those people that have not been able to make it here today for the funeral. Family and friends that could not make it here. So please pass the message on to them that the memorial service, 15 days memorial service, will take place on the 31st of July, which is on Wednesday next week. Supper will be served from 5 p.m. onwards, and service will commence from 7 p.m. So please take this as the personal invite to each one of you. The residence is 456 Mountbatten Drive, Reservoir Road. We have with us this afternoon a very close associate to Vanessa, somebody that's been working with Vanessa in the police force. Asha will pay tribute this afternoon. Thank you.
Good afternoon and welcome, dear friends and family. I pay tribute this afternoon to Vanessa, and I have a message from a very close friend of hers, Devarasi Murthy. We all worked together in the police service, SAP province. And I quote, Vanakkam, Namaste, Om Sai Ram, and salutations to you all. My deepest condolences to Pranav, family and friends. A beautiful soul is being laid to rest today. My friendship with Vanessa spanned 3 decades from our days at SCPS in KZN to her life in India. Our bond was quickly cemented, rooted in my admiration for her cultural background and traditional values, which I sought to incorporate into my own family. I was captivated by her beautiful Tamil heritage and her flair for fashion in Indian culture. She not only helped establish a Hindu society at SAPS, but also brought style and charismatic leadership to the role. With distinguished commitment, she led us in singing and growing in knowledge about our heritage and culture. In this role, she built so many lasting bonds and friendships. She made an indelible impact in our lives. When I met Vanessa's family, I was struck by the enthusiasm and dedication to Tamil beliefs and traditions. Their alluring sense and radiant shine in their home left an indelible mark on my life. All this was born and bred by parents she adored and respected, her parents. Vanessa, raised in this traditional and spiritually charged environment, was an ambassador for a new generation of women who didn't have the privilege of growing up in such a unique family. I was drawn to her like a sponge, eager to learn and grow in my roots as a Hindu mother and wife. Vanessa embodied the beauty and elegance of the South African goddess. A vast knowledge of customs and rituals was openly shared with everyone she knew. To know her was to be mesmerized by her beauty and love for her religion. She introduced me to the stunning world of saris, sparking a passion in me to collect and wear them. Her sense of humor was peculiar to her. She would often burst out in laughter at her own jokes. She was just sheer joy when you were around her. Often you find that conversations would seamlessly transitioning from English to Tamil, leaving me in awe and laughter. Her ability to make you laugh was simply irresistible. Vanessa loved a good party, but cultural shows and events held a special place in her heart. She would turn heads with her regal presence, carrying herself with pizzazz and grace. She connected with people from all backgrounds and ethnicity. She was so charismatic. people were drawn to her presence. She had a larger-than-life personality. Vanessa's life was an adventure, full of surprises, but she charted her own journey, sometimes succeeding and sometimes facing setbacks. I always admired her tenacity and determination. Even in her recent illness, she faced each day with courage and determination. Often would say to me, I am fighting the cancer by looking good every day. She would dress up and do her makeup so professionally to hide her emotions, fears, and pain. I admired her strength and tenacity in the face this adversity and devastating disease. Her love for India was a magnetic force, but ultimately she yearned to be with her family in South Africa. On May 12th, she told me, buddy, I'm tired now. I want to get back home to my family. She loved her family tremendously. She spoke often of the support she received from her brothers and their families to assist her with her treatment. Her sisters-in-laws, cousins, nieces, and nephews were her heart and soul. I heard the longing in her voice about how much she wanted to see you all once the last time, and I am devastated that she didn't get this wish. She was just so close, yet now so far away from all of us. Though she didn't make it, her family honored her life with traditional farewell. This she knew she could entrust you with. Thank you for making it possible. To Pranav, know that your mom will always be with you, and her family in South Africa will cherish their relationship with you. She was so grateful for your help and dedication to her. Remember, Pranav, family is everything. It's not just something nice to have, Pranav. This is a great family you belong to. They will always love you and protect you in the cherished memory of your mom. To my darling sister Vanessa, I wish I could have done more for you and Pranav. Sing and dance your way to in heaven. They will value you even more than we did. You were adored here on earth, and in heaven you will be an angel amongst angels. Your biggest champion was Mom. I'm sure you're resting in her arms right now. Rest in eternal peace. Your battles are now over. You will always be my guru, my inspiration to be a better human being each day, and each and every day. I hope you know you'll always be in my heart, and I'll meet you on the other side. I'm so blessed to have shared the journey over the last few decades. Mika Nandari, Vanessa, for all the lessons, the chats, the prayers, and the love. We always ended our chats with I love you. So I will end this chapter of our lives with I love you, my darling Vanessa. And this heartfelt message comes from a very, very dear friend, Mrs. Devarasi Modi. We worked in the SAPs together. And yes, I share a birthday with Vanessa, and I never forgot her. To her family, my sincere and most dearest condolences to you all. To Pranav, pray that you will get the strength from God. Thank you, Nandini.
Thank you, Asha. Very fitting tribute. This is something new to me. Police services. Didn't know that she worked in the police services. I know that she's been a businesswoman, as Raja mentioned, at the house, a beautician, a politician, I think also. But all above the rest, she was a loving, caring, wonderful person. And with all the tributes that have been paid from the house and even up to now, you can see that Vanessa has been much loved. And she has so much of love to share with everybody. Family and friends, we do not have much time. The body has to go into the furnace at 2 o'clock. That's the booking for the cremation. So we have to still do a prayer inside before we move the body into the furnace. I want to very quickly tell you that the 15 days memorial service is on the 31st, that's next week Wednesday, at the late residence, 456 Mountbatten Drive. Supper will be served at 5 o'clock, and the the memorial service takes place at 7 p.m. So please take this as a personal invite and pass the message on all those people that have not been able to make it here today. Once again, on behalf of the family, the brothers, the nephews, the nieces, the sisters, the entire family, I would like to say to all of them a very, very big thank you for doing what they have done. To have to play the group, to spend the time and contact Vanessa and try to bring her back to South Africa. Everybody that has laid a hand in trying to help out, all the family members. But we tried, unfortunately, as I said, God has got his plans and we have got our plans. I want to very quickly thank my nephew Tawesen, my sister Manika and Ravi for allowing Tawesen and giving him the heads up. And Tawesen, being the man he is, a very responsible gentleman, took it upon himself to go down to Doha and try his best in trying to bring his auntie back to South Africa. You have tried, my boy. I really hats off to you. You have done your best, together with all the family members, and also to Selvam wanting to go to Doha and do his best to bring back his sister. Unfortunately, she had to pass on. But I must say that you guys have tried without any failure. God will bless you, and I'm sure that Vanessa will appreciate every bit of your actions in trying to make her comfortable and trying to bring her back to South Africa. To Pranav, you're a brave young gentleman. Your mother will guide you. She will comfort you and give you the courage to face this loss and to also move on, because you've been there firsthand and to see going through all the sufferings and the emotions, and you've been there with them to support her. God will bless you, and I'm sure she will guide you and keep you well. So thank you for doing what you did. A very brave young man. God bless you. I want to very quickly thank each one of you again for coming here, to coming to the house, spending your time being a weekday, in sharing in this loss that the family has had. To Guru Sada Munyan and his lovely daughter, Vadani Munyan, we say a big thank you to you, Guru, for your services today, and will be very well. God bless you for your loving service. We will move the body into the cremation area. If we can get the pallbearers come through, please. Please, can you all rise? Thank you.
Shiva